Hello, this is Noah Lee, and this is my submission for CSC313 for assignment 8 on the Pan Tilt project for implementing a type of like water splashing. I'll quickly show off the code running itself. I can launch this. During testing, a brief recording that I ran, I noticed that this did seem to be a bit stuttery, so I apologize if this is a little bit slow or choppy right now. But as you can see, we have kind of a simulation of water splashing here. I'll try and leave it on some of the corners to see if I can compensate for the slowness of the chopping of the recording itself. But we can see here, going from side to side, we get kind of a water splashing and something similar to a kind of 3D implementation of water being able to pile up. With that implementation as a suggestion for another student, I actually changed the way that the tilt works to induce this kind of more slow, gradual tilting from side to side. In addition to this, as a personal implementation, I added the ability to hold the shift key, which will allow when the pan is tilted to instead kind of jump to the sides. This can kind of emulate a little bit of a sudden tilt. What this actually does is change the rate that the tilt moves, which induces this kind of more rapid tilting. I can show that if I release shift here, it does kind of settle onto one side. See a bit more on the orthogonal angle. So if I hold right, then hold shift, we can see that the pan does jerk down a little bit. And then releasing shift, it does kind of tilt back up. Show that a couple of times here. And you can see the water kind of splashing in the corner with that movement. And toss the other side, and then a quick kind of jerk to the other side kind of sends the water splashing out. Hello, this is Noah after the fact. Just looking over the recording and seeing that this is indeed running pretty slow. I just want to clarify, it doesn't make a whole lot of difference, but just playing this over again to show that it does indeed look pretty darn choppy. But on my machine, it is actually running relatively smoothly. I think it's probably because I am running the simulation and recording the screen at the same time. It's probably showing off a bit more of the choppy nature of the recording running as well. But again, on my end, it does look relatively smooth, and I apologize for it being a bit choppy here. Okay, that's all. Back to the video. Okay, I'll go ahead and go over the code. From the top down, I added the first thing that I added was the mentioned implementation to allow for faster tilting of the pan. This is done simply by using the shift key, basically copying the same pattern here, and just setting it to use shift, and then set the tilt pan, the tilt speed to be 10 instead of the normal 5. Next up, as mentioned at the prompting of another student in class, I changed the mins to maxes here. This just makes it so that the pan tilts a bit slower from side to side or into the different directions. I added this. This was our implementation to support the water pixels being able to kind of move in a bit more of a three-dimensional way. What we do here is we, instead of just setting the Y position of the pixels to the position of the pan, we instead check to see if the pixels are ever lower than the pan, then set their position to be the position of the pan itself instead of the other way. To support this possibility of being higher than the pan, we had to add a decay to the Y position and the Y velocity. Next up, I just added a small change, setting the background color to white. This says blue, but as you can see, it was certainly white. This was just to show the background being different, just to be able to see the pixels jumping around. And quickly, my partner implemented, or they adjusted the repulsion, radius, and strength to allow the droplets to behave a bit more water-like and be a bit closer together before they would experience repulsion. Okay, thanks very much. I again apologize for a bit of a slowness in the animation itself, just of course with the different differences in computers, there'll be some differences there. Okay, thank you very much. That's everything, and bye.